So welcome to Western Province Cricket Club for this game between the under-18 All-Stars versus the Raptors. Gale force winds, blustery conditions, wind, wet, rains, high seas have greeted Cape Town over the last couple of days. But CPL 5 continues in these wet conditions. So it's the All-Stars that play in their familiar white versus the Raptors in orange. And it looks like there's a goal straight away for the Raptors. They attack down the left-hand side. And first blood to the Raptors. Self-pass. And now let's have a look at that again. Attack down the left-hand side. Ball gets thread in, mistrap, little touch. And that does everyone. Keeper just not expecting that. So quite a soft goal early on. The Raptors 1-0 up. That little field goal. A mistrap in the circle. The ball went through and just the slightest of touches from the striker eludes the keeper, and Raptors are 1-0 up. So the All-Stars look to build up again, moving it down the left-hand side. Good press from the Raptors. And it's the Raptors again that are on the attack. They win the hits in the 23-meter area. So All-Stars been a bit shocked now in these opening exchanges. And then a nice little pass, but it just eludes the striker. As the rain pelts down here, high winds, incredibly difficult conditions to play hockey in. But all credit to the players here. They've stuck manfully to it. They've been so committed and enthusiastic. You can just see the intent and that enthusiasm to carry on with this tournament and keep playing for their teams, or their franchise team, should I say. So Raptors happy to drop a little deeper now. The All-Stars start to attack and probe down the left-hand side, hold possession. Lovely little pass down the left-hand side, but it's intercepted. And now it's the turn of the Raptors to come back. The ball was deemed to have crossed the sideline. So the restart will take place just outside the 23-meter area of the Raptors. Again, ball is given away. But one back again. The long ball pushed through, dealt with quite nicely by the Raptors' defense. Not always easy in these conditions when a bobbly ball moves into the circle. Now long corner one for the All-Stars, looking to bounce back in this first quarter. Good pass. Great place to attack. And a short corner one for the All-Stars. So excellent pass. Sees the space, moves into it, and wins a short corner. So what are the options here in the wet conditions? You've got a southeaster blowing. The rain is almost coming sideways. Will a drag flick work? I don't think so. But let's go to the second castle. Unforced error, hits the foot. And not 5 meters, so the card comes out. And that should be 2 minutes in the naughty corner. So Raptors trying to work their way out of defense now down this left-hand side. Look to change the point of attack and try go down this right-hand side. Good idea, work into the space. Nice pace down the right-hand side. Looking for support, flooded by All-Stars defenders, and she finds the foot, which is really well done. Gets an outcome just outside the circle, plays it in, but the ball didn't go 5 meters before the ball was played into the D, and the All-Stars win themselves a hit. So good press set up by the Raptors. They hold the angles pretty well and they step at the right time, putting pressure on the All-Stars defense. Again, it comes in, but the pass, they just don't step up as a unit. So the pass, the outlet pass, goes to the inside right link and worked out of defense. You've got to get your unit working together if your right wing steps. But now it's the All-Stars into the circle, played across the goals and wide. So good chance for the All-Stars to strike back. They get out of that press pretty well. Just when I said the Raptors were pressing well, they're just a little bit disjointed between striker and midfielder, and they get out of that press, and it results in a 60-meter counter-attack. So Raptors down the right-hand side. Hit the byline and win themselves a short corner. 5.5 minutes left in this first quarter. So good end-to-end hockey. All-Stars having a chance, and the Raptors hitting straight back, counter-attack, win themselves a short corner, and look to set up that second goal. See the trees behind the goals there. How we've had gale force winds here in Cape Town, so very difficult conditions. They go short, which is not a bad idea. Look for the far post. But the ball is struck high and dangerous. As I said earlier, it's incredibly difficult to perform some of these skills under these conditions. So All-Stars look to smash their way out of defense. A bit better now. They set up a platform, but they look again to go direct. And that 45-degree ball is always a dangerous one. They're fortunate enough to still win possession. Now the turn comes. Direct pass to the high-lying striker. It's a good idea. And a long corner is one as it gets a little deflection on the way through. Excellent pass. Just bisecting the defense. So, All-Stars on the attack. With under 4 minutes to go in this first quarter. Looking to hit back. This 1-0 deficit that they have. Again, worked into the top of the D. Looking for that corner. They play it out wide. Good attacking possession for the All-Stars. Ball comes in, cross the D. And a goal is scored. Well, the cross came in. The first shot hit the keeper's pads. The rebound comes off and it's a goal. So, that was really, really well worked. The way they've just played the ball out wide, got it to that byline, and the cross comes in. You can just see it now. Good attacking position. Eyes come up. Cross comes in that area. Hits the foot, hits the pad, and then it's the rebound. So the coaches on the Raptors will probably be thinking, well, they should have flooded that 9-yard area and just congested it so that ball just could not come through. But they were, the Raptors players, slow to congest that area, letting the ball come across the keeper, and, well, the bread and butter goal for the left wing. So another open play goal. And it's 1-1 going into the final quarter. That is another ball thread through at the top of the D. Just needs to find a stick of the striker, and it's a 1-on-1 with the keeper. 2.5 minutes left in this half. Good half. Good hockey to watch. Exciting stuff here at CPL 5 at Western Province Career Club. So the All-Stars have seemed to settle down now after conceding within the first minute. They're starting to ask questions of this Raptors defense. What I like about it is they're changing the point of attack from left to right. They're playing those little square balls, getting the ball out wide, hitting that byline. They're also prepared to attack at the top of the D. Dangerous areas to attack. You've got options left and right. Now they look to go direct. Player flooded by Raptors players, but the hit is won. Now some build-up play, some patience is needed. And the ball is thread through down the right-hand side. The cross comes in. And now that is dealt with a lot better than when they conceded the goal. They had players in that 9-yard area, able to intercept and clear. Coming up to 1 minute left. Still, the All-Stars push. Well worked again, win possession. They're not 5. The run into the circle, looking to set up the reverse stick hit at the top, but they lose it. Umpire says it hit the wrong side of the stick, or it is blocking. One of the two, I couldn't quite see. So after a good start here, the Raptors were 1-0 up, pressing quite well. It's been the All-Stars that have come back strongly in this first quarter, playing into a very strong wind. They've done really well to get back and make it 1-1. But now it's the counter-attack with just seconds on the clock by the Raptors. They gain the circle entry. They'll look for a corner now. And they just can't keep possession. Well defended. And the All-Stars just looking to run the clock down in the corner, sort of football style. Get to that corner flag and just keep the ball, which they do pretty well. And after the first quarter, it's the All-Stars 1, it's the Raptors 1. Join us after a short break. So we're ready to get going for the second quarter of this encounter of the Under-18 CPL League. It's the All-Stars playing against the Raptors. The Raptors started very strongly, getting a goal, quite a fortuitous goal in the first minute. Little deflection. They look to tack down this left-hand side again. The Raptors will obviously want to start better. They were napping a bit at the beginning of the game, conceding that goal through a couple of unforced errors, some poor defensive lines and stopping in basics. But they've hit back very, very nicely in recent minutes. So nice little dink over the top of the stick and plays into the circle. Quite a dangerous ball there, but on the bounce and difficult to collect. The All-Stars look to use this left-hand side now. Good press set up again by the Raptors, but the ball is, she gets nicely on the arc, run on the outside, and eludes all three players, which is a very good, strong run from the number 18 of the All-Stars. Brilliantly worked. The cross comes in, finds the striker, turn. The shot comes in. And a short corner is won. Excellent play. Just one again, I'll say. The Raptors seem to set up the press pretty well, but it's the movement from the strikers to the midfielders that there's just that little gap, and it's well worked from the All-Stars to arc on it, attack down the left-hand side again. The turn comes in, the cross comes into the circle, finds a striker, and she has the presence of mind to turn nicely and win the corner. So many strikers would have attempted a reverse stick there or just thrown the ball over the baseline, but they win, they get the outcome, which is just what the doctor ordered here. So, a good start for the All-Stars. Short corner number 2 for them. 2 Castles. Goes to Castle number 1. They attempt the slap hit. And it's just wide of that wide runner that's looking for that deflection on the far post. So, a good fake slap. But behind that right side runner. So, Raptors under pressure. Using the right-hand side. Nice little inside ball. Still, possession is retained. And well done from the All-Stars, who just win the hit. Just compose themselves now. And just probe down the right-hand side. So, unforced error there. All-Stars player wasn't happy with that decision. Umpire says it hit their foot, which the player disputes, but so Raptors lose it. All-Stars down the line, looking for that high-lying striker, well intercepted. So the ball thrown away. Now it's the All-Stars on the attack, but nicely stolen back. And this is better play now. Keeping the ball for longer periods, just trying to find the stick. As I say that, the interception comes in. The long ball is passed. And the hit is won by the All-Stars. Very difficult conditions to keep the ball for longer periods here, as I say, but this is what's needed. The All-Stars just looking for the glory pass. What's going to work for them now is just to keep the ball for longer periods, work it down in shorter areas rather than going long. The Raptors are living on scraps at the moment. So, well won. Striker's getting high now, looking for support. Good support comes in now. Oh, she going to unleash the reverse stick? No, she turns quite well. Keeps the ball, hits the ball off the right foot. The flick comes in, the goal! Again, good presence of mind to turn and get the cross into the striker on the P-flick spot. She receives it and just beautifully executes that flick into the glove side pocket of the goal. So, it's the All-Stars that make it 2-1. This is good composure. There. It's a bit of a miss-hit. So, unintentionally plays that ball through there. But it gets to a co-striker and ends up scoring. So, it's the All-Stars that score their second goal from open play. So you probably think that was quite a fortunate cross, as it did come off the stick as she was trying to hit the ball towards goals. Just a little bit off balance. Hits the toe of the stick. Goes to the striker. Ends up being the perfect delivery. What I did like about it is that she showed composure to turn on that ball. Probably the right idea to have a shot from there. You could hit it wide and get a little deflection on the far post. It ends up a miss-hit and goes to the striker, and a very, very nicely taken goal in the end. So All Stars 2-1 up, second quarter, 5 minutes left of this second period of play. The Raptors just struggling to keep ball for long enough period. Set up some sustained pressure. So long corner to the All Stars. All Stars have done quite well inside the 23-meter area. They've looked to move the ball, which they do again from left to right. An attack now. Finds a high-lying striker, gets it into the 9-yard area. Little touch comes in, and the corner is won. So nicely worked again from left to right, utilizing the space on the outside. So many teams like to go direct from that left-hand side and look for that far post deflection or deflection, find the striker on the P-flex spot, but they just use space well and kept the Raptors chasing them. By moving the ball from left to right, just being able to draw out the defense of the Raptors and then utilize that spacing behind on the byline. So here comes the corner to the it's a little zigzag, attempted zigzag, which is lost. And it's the Raptors that will break out with players up front, at least 3 players in support. Now it's a 3 or 4 on 1. Attempting to score, pushes it across. Oh! And they butchered that. That was a chance to get back in this game. 4 players high. Cross comes in, the mistrap. And then the second bite at the cherry and it goes wide. So the All Stars get away with it there. 9 times out of 10, I'm sure the Raptors would have scored. Here come the All Stars. Good little play through the legs. The blind pass. She knew exactly where that was going. Beautiful pass again to the top of the D. The reverse stick shot comes in and the touch comes in. And it's a wonderful goal. Superbly worked by the All Stars. That right to left pass was exquisite, and then she turned and played the reverse stick goal, and it just got the little touch. Classic striker goal. Let's have a look at that. That was the killer pass. The turn comes in. You knew she was going to line up for the shot. She plays the shot, but that little touch in front of the keeper was excellent. Exactly where you want your high striker. Right in front of the keeper, making a dynamic move towards the ball, gets the touch, and the ball's in the back of the net. Nothing the keeper can do about that. Again, the Raptors guilty of not flooding that 9-yard area. They did quite well to shepherd the ball out wide, so striker had an acute angle shot. But they've got to get players in between the ball carrier and the goals. Raptors looking to hit back. And they lose the ball. So 2 goals scored by the All Stars in the second quarter with a minute to go. They find themselves 3-1 up. The All Stars might be ruining the fact that they had that 4-on-1 chance. They lose it. They lose the ball and then concede on the other side of the pitch. That was the Raptors' chance to go 2-all. And unfortunately now conceding, but it was a very good goal. Beautifully worked by the All Stars. Now, seconds on the clock. Raptors will look to get an outcome here. on the hooter, maybe a little short corner. Unfortunately, it hits a Raptor foot in this D, and the All-Stars will breathe a sigh of relief. And that's the hooter. It's half-time here at the Western Province Cricket Club, CPL 5. In this game between the All-Stars and the Raptors, it's the All-Stars 3, the Raptors 1. So join us after the half-time break. So we're up and running for the third quarter here at Western Province Cricket Club. It's the All-Stars that are 3-1 up. It's been a good, exciting game here. The Raptors opening their account in the first quarter with a goal within the first few seconds. And then in the first quarter, the Raptors hit back with an open play goal themselves, 1-1 after the first quarter. But in the second quarter, it's been the All-Stars who've scored two beautifully worked goals to get themselves into that 3-1 position. Mind you, the Raptors had a chance to make it 2-2 with a counter-attack with at least 4 players up against 1. And that was quite a telling miss, because it would have been 2-2. And the Raptors would have kept themselves in that game at 2-2, but they conceded a few minutes after missing that chance. It seems like it's the All-Stars that have just consolidated their lead quite nicely and are very comfortable at the moment. All credit to the Raptors. They are manfully working out there, trying to get their way back into the game. All is not lost here. A little goal in this quarter could set up a nice final quarter. They've got to work their way into these gale force winds that are battering the Cape at the moment. So they go the aerial route. It's picked up at the top of the D. Lovely way to work themselves into the D, but just rolls off the stick. So that was a good pickup, good turn, and got into a magnificent position that from that left area, attacking the goals. And when a striker gets to the P-flick spot, they can either thread it to the far post, or they can play it under the shoulder and score on the near post. Keepers often don't know what to do there. Do they come straight towards the player, or do they hold on the line? Which, if they hold on their line, it gives you the both angles to work with. Unfortunately, the ball goes off the stick and plays over the baseline. So the hit's 1, and A little bit of advantage given, but I'm sure the Raptors would have preferred to hit outside the circle than a 50-50 run where they lose the ball. Umpire's got to be realize when an attacking side really wants a hit to sustain some pressure outside the circle rather than giving sort of 50-50 advantage. So it's the Raptors back into the D. The shot comes in. Oh, and she just needed someone on that far post. It was well worked. Ball gets played across that 9-yard area. Just no one there to collect it. So a good chance for the Raptors, and they've started well in this third quarter. Good ball from the Raptors. Good tacking position. That good, amazing little run, and there's advantage being played again. And the corner is given. And quite rightly so, that the advantage was over by that stage. By the time the player gets the ball on the baseline, there are very few options for that player. And most teams, well, every team, would prefer a short corner than to try and shoot from an acute angle. So Raptors, one castle and 2 wide runners from the right and 1 from the left. Ball comes in, taken on the stick. They look to play left. Now, shot comes in. Good save, rebound, and another corner 1. Well, the play on the left-hand side was open when she received it. And it was a good shot came in, but a very, very nice save on the right foot from the All-Stars goalkeeper. So, will they go short again? No, they go to the castle. Drag flick comes in. Takes a little deflection and goes over the crossbar. So, direct ball through. Finds strikers. Reverse stick shot comes in. And over the baseline. So, good period of play here for the Raptors. Putting lots and lots of pressure on the All-Stars. All-Stars lose it now. Good intent from the All-Stars. You know, when you 3-1 down and you're still coming and making sure that you are putting pressure on the opposition, trying to get your way back into the game. I'm sure the Raptors coaching staff will be happy with the turnaround now in this third quarter. It looks like Jade Main is the coach of the Raptors there. Former South African women's hockey player with over 150 caps to her name. These players must be enjoying the opportunity to be coached by someone with such knowledge. So it's the All-Stars who look to get some time on the ball. Not a bad option there to pass that ball through to the striker. Again, changing the point of attack, receiving the ball on the right-hand side, moving left, then looking to go direct. It just keeps the defense moving, keeps opening up channels. So well done by the All-Stars, just need to connect better. So forward running and ball intercepted by the Raptors. One again. Powerful run, but well tackled. So the All-Stars now will be sensing that they've had such a good quarter that they need some reward for this to get themselves back in this game. They really deserve a goal. on the amount of time, effort they've put in this third quarter. And that would make for a very, very good final quarter if they can just sneak a little goal back in here. Good turn. High-lying players. Finds a striker. Now, look for the corner. Now, Maisie run down the baseline. Keep it as well to stand up on a near post and just play it off the kicker. Under 4 minutes left here. Hard work for the Raptors, working into the wind here. The ball is lost in the midfield. Dangerous now as the All-Stars come with options to the right and the left and direct. And the reverse stick shot comes in, blocked. Good brave block from the Raptors. Play to the top of the D again. Plenty of attention from the two Raptors defenders, but they concede the short corner. Once again, the All-Stars have just used that ball from left to right or right to left very, very well. Telling diagonal balls that just break through the Raptors' defense. So, one Castle, a near runner, a left runner, and a far runner from the right. Taken on the stick. Played to the left. Now, the shot comes in, and it's a goal! Very good composure on the ball. Rides through the first tackle, and then flicks it into the far pocket. What a time to score. It's always good to score. It just takes the wind out of the sails. Nicely taken it. Rides that first tackle. Nice and strong. Then the flick comes in. And that's a good one. Keeper goes down to the right, thinking that she was going to flick it to the right-hand side. And she flicks it beautifully on the hand side, the glove side. So, a well-worked corner goal. Variation corner goal. And it's 4-1 up to the All-Stars. And as I was saying, the Raptors have had such a good third quarter. Just when you thought they deserved a goal, it's the All-Stars that just take the wind out of their sails. And the All-Stars have done this quite a few times when the Raptors had that chance to go 2-2. And then the All-Stars struck straight back. And it is demoralizing for any side when they've put so much effort into it and then they concede. You feel as if you're in the game, but you look at the scoreboard and you see yourself 3-1 down and then 4-1. You think to yourself, well, we've been playing quite well. So, 40-odd seconds on the clock. The Raptors still look to get something out of this half. Try to work their way up the line. They've got to go a little bit direct now, which they do, over the top. Trying to find one of their strikers to just get a corner and maybe a consolation goal towards the end of this third quarter. Here they come again. And a short corner is won for deliberate infringement in the 23-meter area. Deliberately breaking down the play, and the umpire deems it to be a short corner. It's anything in the 23-meter area that's deliberate is a short corner. So anything in the circle, if the umpire's going to make those kind of decisions in the 23-meter area, well, if it happens in the circle or in the, as I say, in the D, then he should go for the P-flick spot, because it's a deliberate infringement in the circle is a penalty flick. Deliberate in the 23, penalty corner. So, let's see if there's consistency in the fourth quarter. Goes to the top of the D. played to the right, well read by the All-Stars. Flat stick came out, and they did very well. And that's the hooter. Good defense from the All-Stars from that corner. And at the end of the third quarter here, it's the Raptors. They find themselves 4-1 down. And join us after the break for the fourth quarter. So the fifth edition of CPL here, live from the Western Province Cricket Club in Cape Town. Stormy Cape Town. The All-Stars 4-1 up, going into the fourth quarter. So the All-Stars win possession just outside the 23-meter area. They've been very good with their right-to-left passes, left-to-right, splitting the Raptors' defense. They've been pretty good at getting out of the Raptors' press as well. They go over the top, find the midfielder who turns. Plenty of attention there by two players, but very good skill to go get out of that and play it right. Down the line it goes. Unfortunately, the ball is just lost. Again, well worked into the midfield. Good individual skill, utilizing the ball down the right-hand side and attacking down that right area. It's always good to see young players like that utilizing space rather than trying to go too direct into contact. Happy to let the ball do the work. And it's the Raptors have got to find something here. They had a really, really good third quarter, but they just didn't capitalize on their chances, and it's quite demoralizing. These last 10 minutes, the Raptors were looking to try and get out of their half and just get something from this quarter. Good ball in again. The turn comes, but 3 or 4 Raptor players so they've won the corner. 3 or 4 Raptors players, went and converged on the ball carrier. But again, good skill to turn like that and win the corner. Again, change the point of angle. Receive the ball, 3 players around you. Turn to the left-hand side, go on that diagonal run, win the corner. Use that space. So, here we go. Short corner time. Injection is good. Stop is good. To the right for the zigzag. But read by the Raptors. And another corner is awarded. Often when you decide to play the zigzag, so you saw the ball was played to the right-hand side. The player on the right-hand side almost is inclined to play it back for the zigzag, but got to read what's in front of you. She played it into that area again, knowing there were 3 All-Stars or Raptors. They go short. Shot comes in, but it's too high. And that's got to hurt. As I said earlier, when you play that zigzag, sometimes you're inclined to just play it back into the area for your drag flicker. But that area just gets congested and that ball is just not on. Then the person wide right's got to take it on their stick themselves. So possession kept. Looks to change the point of attack, and not a bad idea. Just the execution. Bobbles around and eludes the stick of the striker. So, the Raptors go long. They can't collect, and it's the All-Stars. Come back at them, but well won by the Raptors. They lose possession as soon as they've won it. And the All-Stars look to attack. Not much support, just on the right-hand side. Straight through, wrong side of the stick is played. Ooh, was it played intentionally? The All-Stars could have got a short corner out of that if it's played intentionally with the wrong side of the stick. Didn't look like the player made any attempt to really play it with the right side of the stick. It's clumsy. And now the All-Stars player has been injured with a follow-through from the stick. So All-Stars ball. Just outside the D, played it in. Lots of flat sticks around her. Wins it back again. Hits. Oh, I thought it hit a foot, but it doesn't. It's a 16-yard hit. Just over 6 minutes left. Raptors set up. How many options on? They look to run it down this right-hand side. Look for their high-lying strikers. There's no one running those lines. Well intercepted. And then one back by the All-Stars. Raptors now work it down the left-hand side where they scored in the first minute of this game. Lovely flats tackle, putting pressure on the Raptors. Good skill, good individual skill wins the hit. Or should have won the hit, maybe. Umpire says play on. To the Raptors that had such a good third quarter. An opportunity to go 2-all and then conceding. Which has really taken the wind out of their sails. So, good turn. Looking for support again. Will she get it down the left-hand side? No, goes long. The support just comes on the wrong angle, so you have to hit it through players to win ball. Now the run from the left-hand side. Looking again for support. Eyes go down, which the All-Stars will love. And the Raptors will set up a hit outside the D. Work to the top of the D. Finds a foot. Lost as they play the quick hit. Goes to the far post. Looked like... Oh, what an opportunity. But well defended. As the striker received the ball, The All-Stars just converged on her. She had no time to fire in a shot. So, 3 minutes left. The Raptors look for that consolation goal. Nice skill again from the number 25 from the Raptors, who just gets them out of trouble. Plays it down the line beautifully. Now the strong run down the left-hand side, which they've used well. Comes in looking for that far post shot. And the All-Stars have defended so nicely in that 9-yard area. That's been the bit of the undoing of the Raptors when the All-Stars have got ball in the net byline. They haven't flooded that 9-yard area and have conceded. Good work back, winning the ball. Now, bit of space opening up in these final minutes. All-Stars on the attack. Goes down the middle, but it's lifted, and lifted dangerously. The third Raptors player to be struck or injured. I must say they've all got up and decided to play on. No one crying off here. Everyone very determined to carry on in these wet gale force wind conditions. Here come the All-Stars again. Just got a bit disjointed in these last few minutes as the teams go direct and often play too individualistic hockey, and that's when you get yourself into a bit of trouble. You see the space opening up and you think, well, we can run. Good ball to the top of the deep. The turn comes in, the foot is found, and the corner is won. With 1 minute to go, super pass from the left hand, deep in the left-hand side half, just finds a striker in the right position. Back to the defender. Has the presence of mind just to hold the ball up, not to panic, find the foot, win the corner. Good hockey. So, penalty corner for the All-Stars. Can they end off on a high? Thread through to the second corner, second castle. It's another player struck as the ball's lifted. Brave running on the first wave. As the hooter goes for the end of the match, it's the All-Stars here that win against the Raptors 4-1. A goal from the Raptors early on in the first quarter, going 1-0 up. The reply comes from the All-Stars from open play. And then in the second quarter, 2 unanswered open play goals make it 3-1 to them. Another goal in the third quarter made it 4-1. Stalemate in the fourth quarter. But it's 4-1 to the All-Stars here at Western Province Cricket Club in this under-18 match.